Hey guys, we're the local neighborhood experts. I'm Sharon, this is Kyle, and today we are in Ocean Grove, the Odyssey Coffee. So we're in Odyssey Coffee, and I have to say, this place is, I always say this, but this is like no other place we've been to before. You walk into the place, and it's a bank. It was a bank. So it has that, does have that.
How tall? 20?
Yeah,
25,
the
30?
ceiling is the ceiling height is huge, and it has that financial feel. But then when you walk in, you know you're in a coffee shop, like unmistakably in a coffee shop.
Okay. Yeah, from the front.
When you first
walk in.
yeah.
We're a neighborhood forward real estate podcast that embraces coffee and meaningful real estate conversations.
Okay.
Don't look at me and judge.
I'm not judging you at all. Very good, Kyle. We were in Ocean Grove, and Ocean Grove is like the gem of Ocean. One of the gems, I should say, of Ocean, Jersey Shore, the Jersey Shore, I would say.
Yeah, the Asbury Park area.
Yeah, so Asbury Park is another town, but not too far. But this is like a smaller town, I guess.
It's honestly, this is a town within a town. I had college friends who lived here. Kate and Andrew, and they lived here, and I didn't know it was a dry town. Dry town.
So this is a dry town. I guess we're going to go into a little bit about the town. So the town has like Victorian homes, and it also has these homes that look almost like gingerbread houses.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it has that feel. Yeah. So it has that feel. So as you drive up, you're like, whoa, I'm in almost like a story, a child's story.
When you pass that archway, it was completely different here.
Yeah.
What did you say the median home prices were?
The median home prices is $650 to $750. That's insane. So in order to live in here, you have to have generationally been in here, or you are a young professional, or you're an artist, or you're a creative type, or a seasonal resident. That's people that really move here, and it's it's a really close knit community. We were talking to the head barista here, and she said in here it's insanely busy in the summertime because there's the beach is like down the block right here, so it's definitely known. And she said they didn't do social media up until like last year, or not too long ago, because they had so much traffic they didn't need social media. Yeah, so she said that they just got into it.
I don't think this town needs it.
Oh yeah, they did not need it. Yeah,
like outside the gates here is a windmill. Like
I didn't even see what you're talking about.
Freestanding windmills.
Right. Did you know, a fun fact, this is the largest collection of Victorian homes in the United States?
You're lying.
No, that's what I just saw. I just researched it. Did my research.
What?
Yeah. Victorian homes in Ocean Grove. The largest collection, it says.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's an HOA here. I wonder if you have to keep the homes in a certain...
I'm sure. There probably is a deed restriction. Probably. That's probably what it is.
That would be cool.
It's probably what it is, because I don't think you could change it into like a modern home. I think maybe the modern homes you could probably build.
Here's the thing. Maybe you can't change the facade. Maybe you can change the inside.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Right?
Yeah.
So if the facade, that's the thing. Looking at this place from the outside, very old brick. You walk in, it's like, oh, you were a bank. This place is so inviting.
Oh, definitely.
I would meet anybody who finds this. I would meet you here for a cup of coffee.
This is so impressive. Like if someone told me, okay, let's meet here.
Oh yeah.
And you walk in, you're like, really? This is where we're gonna meet for coffee?
I'm gonna flip that. I would feel it's such a great selfish feeling to be like, hey, where are we gonna meet, Kyle? Let's meet at Odyssey Coffee.
Let's meet at Odyssey. And you have to say, whisper it, Odyssey. Let's meet at the Odyssey.
Yeah. Because you walk in here, there's Marcus Aurelius, there's Stoic philosophy, there's Bibles, there's everything here. It's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
There's good plants, there's good oxygen here. Everybody's got a laptop out. They're grinding.
Well, aesthetically, the plants definitely grounds the space, and it makes it almost feels like home. So, yeah, even though the oxygen level is probably very serene, is at level in terms of the aesthetically, this place looks beautiful, and it's so well done. It's a quiet elegance. I love this place because it's not just the hustle and bustle of a coffee shop. It definitely is.
The lights.
It's more elegant. The lights are elegant. Even the crown molding, the vaulted, it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful space.
Very opulent.
Opulent. That's the word. Opulent. And it's so funny because we were Manasquan last week, and it was very aesthetically, it was definitely aesthetically pleasing, and you could tell it was a quiet charm.
It wasn't overdone.
It wasn't, and this definitely, you feel like you're in a really over the top upscale.
You're about to sit down with a banker.
Yes.
Like you're about to be like, so
yeah, are you approved for the loan?
Yes, exactly.
And I'm like,
we would like to bring you back to our vault.
Yes. But then when you go to the vault, it's a store.
Yeah.
They actually have, again, this is a bank. There used to be a bank and they converted it to a coffee shop. So they actually have the vault and they have a store inside of it, which is so cool.
This town seems like that you would find that in most places you walk in.
Yeah.
Like if you walk into, I don't know, if you walk in here, there's a vendor. If you walk in somewhere else, there's another vendor. You know, just like everybody working together. Because you know everybody if you live here.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
So they said they was here for 6 years across the street and they had a smaller shop and then they moved to this bigger space. And again, they didn't have to do social media. They said, isn't that crazy? They didn't have to get a social media account because they were so known.
It's not. Remember Ed at Cool Beans. Same thing. He was on the other side for all that time, all those years. Come to the other side, same thing.
Yeah.
You know, if you're doing good in your space,
you don't need,
you
don't
really
need
don't. You really don't. And that's the best.
Yeah. That is the best.
This is delicious.
It looks amazing.
I got a flat white because I love trying flat white everywhere I go. And this is their cold brew. This is delicious, smooth, right? Their beans have like a very different profile.
Different profile.
I like the chocolatey, not so much the fruity or the citrusy notes. I like an earthier tone.
Well, this one tastes chocolatey. When I first got it, I just got just a regular drip coffee, which you know I love. And I didn't have anything in it. I didn't put any milk, sugar in it, and it was great. It had like the aftertaste. It had like a nutty taste to it, and then I added the milk and sugar to it, and now it's phenomenal. So this place really, I think, would
you buy beans from here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. This is a really good cup of coffee. We haven't had a good
Did
cup
we
of coffee.
ask where they got their beans from?
No, we didn't.
Shame.
No, we didn't ask where they got the beans from, but the taste is so good. And you wouldn't expect, like usually coffee shops, they have a whole bunch of sugar they throw things at. They didn't have a lot of the specialty drinks. No, right.
So this makes me think that this place is coffee forward.
Yeah, this is coffee forward because a lot of other places we go to, guys, I mean, they're great and have great coffee, but they're loaded up with like a whole bunch of like stuff.
I heard John Cena say this recently. Okay, first of all, I would love to have a cup of coffee with that man.
Really?
I didn't know this.
What?
Apparently, he is a coffee professional. Not only is he a professional wrestler, he is a coffee professional. He said that some places treat coffee like an accoutrement.
Okay.
Right? I honestly, if we're talking about biases, if we're putting them on the table, when I walked in here, I thought that it might just be like, we're known for our space and we just kind of serve you swill. Come on, like, sit down. No.
Right.
No, they serve a great cup of coffee and a great place to sit down and enjoy it.
Right.
Like, this place is numero uno for me.
Yeah, I definitely think so too. I feel like I would come here for great coffee, great conversation, and just overall a good vibe. I think the vibe. And it's so funny because we walk past, because we're all the way in the back. There's a lot of remote workers here, and you could tell they're really working remotely.
Yeah, they're grinding.
Yeah, they're grinding. So you almost feel like you're in a library. I almost feel like whispering because everyone is just
students too.
Yeah,
Monmouth is right here.
Oh,
Monmouth's
okay.
within driving distance.
Okay. And then they're playing jazz in the background, and it's like modern jazz. So it definitely is really setting the tone. So aesthetically, it looks great. Auditorial, you're hearing amazing music. You're seeing visually.
Auditorial.
Yes. You're seeing everything. So they're hitting all of the senses, I feel.
Yes.
Right?
They really are. You're breathing good. The art here is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like you said, I like this place.
Yeah, I definitely like this place too.
If we haven't ever rated the place, this
is a 5. This is a 5. This is 5. 5 all day long. But you know what I have to say? When we're talking about rating, we're not just talking about one thing. We're just talking our overall feeling. I think they need to know the scale for us. It's just an overall feeling. So it has to have the community vibe. It has to have the taste vibe. It has to have aesthetically vibe. I want to see a lot of people there. If I see a lot of people there, it's like, okay, people know something. You know? Right. It's not just, if you see people in Dunkin', it's different. Dunkin's everywhere. Right? A full Starbucks drive-thru is what they want. But they're
when
pushing.
You see people mobbing a mom and pop shop, they're doing something. Right? Either their people love them or they're doing something really, really, really good. And I gotta know. Where did they say their baked goods come from? Because now I kind of am judging places on whether or not you bake your own goods. I know you're a little judgy, but this, what we got here,
what is that? It's like what do we say? It's some kind of a mixture of bread and a pastry.
Sure.
It's like it's good, whatever it is. It's really good. And this scone is good. Yeah, yes. The scone is pretty good.
I can't thank you enough. Every time we try a scone, just...
Yeah. We're such scone snobs now.
I'm saying it out loud. Mm-hmm. Lemon blueberry from McGee Black Irish, number one, the best I've ever had on the show. 100%.
100%. McGee.
I would order them for Christmas time.
I know.
That's how good they are.
They're really good. They're really good.
This is good. Didn't bake it.
It's fun.
Serviceable.
But this is good. I mean, with coffee, with your friend, sitting down having a conversation, nothing wrong with this.
I would put this in front of somebody. Mm-hmm. I would offer this to anybody. Mm-hmm. You know, I do kind of think about it from that lens too.
What?
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
I kind of put myself in the shoes of if I was sitting across from myself, would I like what I'm being served?
Oh, yeah.
So in a place like this, I feel comfortable that the person sitting across from me would be like, wow, I mean, I'm being served well right now. Like, this is good food. This is good coffee. This is good atmosphere. You know?
Like, I would be, like, if someone said to me, if someone said, okay, I want to meet my bank, my loan officer, and he says, meet me at Odyssey. I said, okay. And I came in here. I'm like, wow, this is so much like, I guess, personal instead of just going into the office. I would say, wow, this is really cool. And then he's sitting down at a table. He's feeding me something to drink. And we're just talking about I would be like, wow, this is such a great experience.
The same.
Right?
I've started to think about it.
Right?
Like that.
And then the next time we meet, we go into the office. But our first initial meeting would be at a coffee shop. I would be like, wow, this is so cool.
I'm probably speaking for you when I say this.
What?
You and I would meet anybody anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody anywhere. You want coffee? You want to say some pizza? You want something? If you ask me to pick the place, I'm going to pick coffee because that's most well-versed.
Yeah.
But like, I'll meet people anywhere.
Yeah.
And then that's the thing. Then we go to the office.
Yes, and then we go to the office. Right. Exactly. Because the office, I think office coffee is great. But this...
Careful.
Well, most office coffee is great, but I feel like most of them are just going to pull out a Keurig. Yeah. Which is nothing wrong with Keurigs, but...
Shots fired, Mike. Shots fired.
Where's my drone, Mike? Inside joke. But I want to have that feel of like, okay, I'm like that personal attention. I think this would be definitely the personal attention I would get from.
Yes.
And that's what you get from us, by the way. We're going to take you to one of these places if you ever hire us, and just, throwing that out there. Shameless plug.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So let me just go into I guess the neighborhood snapshot. We kind of said it before. It's mostly Victorian homes. This is known for the largest collection of Victorian homes in the area. I said medium home prices before. It's $650 to $750. New renovations go for $950, $900,000. Just new renovations, new houses. They go for that. New renos is what it says. People that live here are retirees, empty nesters, artists. Seasonal renters or people here. To rent a house for the week in the summertime is around $6,000 a week. Yeah, $6,000 a week, around there. Or it could be $3,000. It depends, but usually about $6,000 a week. And this was founded by a Methodist seaside camp in 1869. So that's why they still have that presence here. And so it's a dry town. So if you cannot drink here, you have to go to the other town, which is Asbury, which isn't far from here. But yeah,
we can drink here. We got wasted here.
Oh, but there's no bars. Yeah, there's no bars.
We're not serving liquor. We're not promoting liquor.
Yeah, none of that.
No.
So that's that. So the coffee news I have is, you know what? I was looking at actually a lot of the different shops. They all have different flavors, crazy flavors that I think has exploded since the coffee, I guess, scene has gotten a little bit broader now. Sure. So if you really want to check out just try a different flavor. Yes, last episode we had eggnog in our coffee.
Oh, yeah.
So there's so many different like seasonal blends nowadays. Like back in the days, remember, it used to just be like pumpkin spice and that was the only. Now there's so many. So check out a coffee shop near you and vibe off whatever their seasonal coffee drink is, because there's so many seasonal drinks.
I like that.
Yeah.
I have a different take on blends these days. Ever since we kind of met, like, the Johns and the Arnolds and whatnot, like, you can blend coffee. It could be Nigerian.
Yeah.
It could say Nigerian. It could be from the southwestern part of Nigeria in a local farm. And that's what you use in your house blend. and it gives you your flavor.
Yeah.
Nobody else might use that area.
Yeah.
And yours is exclusive. I love blended coffee now. I'll try it.
Yeah.
You know?
So yeah, try something different.
What did they call? Who's the guy we met? They called it the Snickle Fritz. Was that John?
That was John.
Yeah,
that was John.
The Snickle Fritz.
And what else? So we met 2 retirees last week, and all they do is they go to different coffee shops and hang out. And we met some other retirees today, and they do that same thing. So that's the thing to do, guys. Get out the house, grab one of your friends, meet up to different coffee shops. That's the thing to do. Once a week, twice a month. It's a great way to get out and just to really explore the different areas instead of spending a bunch of money. Like this cost me $350.
And the conversation is free, you know?
And then you could sit in this environment, drink, spend $350.
No one's pressuring us to leave. No one. And it's just like, you said it. This is where the rating comes from.
Oh yeah, community, definitely.
We're not being rushed out of here. It's not like, hey, hurry up and go.
Yeah, because you go anywhere else, they're like looking at the time. Maybe you gotta go. Not here. They want you to stay. They really want you to stay. And the last thing is, if you want to find out, because we do coffee news, we find it through, just so you know, we find it through Instagram. So Instagram, look on Instagram for your favorite coffee spot, and then just go down the scroll and see what they're doing. Yeah. If you want to find out what coffee news is in your areas, because sometimes people are saying, "Oh, you're not checking out our area." You can look for it. So that's how we find it. So it's not like a special way to find it. Just go on Instagram, look on there, follow your favorite coffee place, and look on their scroll and see what they're doing.
I think Instagram even has a feature where they have a map where you might be able to see like Instagram pages for businesses. Okay. So like if you see a coffee page, go check it out. Yeah. You know? What are we talking about today?
All right. So this is the question that we're posing. The question that we're posing is, have you ever sat in front of a real estate agent or a loan officer nodding along with them and you have no idea what they're saying? That's the question.
When I did speak with Christy, I always asked her a bunch of questions. So I was deeply curious.
Right, but not everybody's like that. I
didn't just nod along with Christy.
Well, I know, you know what, it's so hard when you're speaking to a professional in the industry, even if it's not real estate or loan officer, if you're just speaking to anyone and they're the expert in the field, you kind of feel like, what am I going to ask them? Because they're so knowledgeable, so you're so intimidated. It's really hard to do it. And the psychology of that, just so you know, because I like the psychological terms, it's called expert blind spot. And that's when an expert in the field, they're so immersed in the language and the jargon that when they speak to another person in the same field, that's just kind of how they converse. Then now when they're speaking to a client, they can't reset from that, and they're just going into the same jargon and how they speak.
Well, I'm like, okay, so
it's really subconscious.
I have heard in coming up that happens. I have caught myself doing it. Like you said, the most important part right there is hearing yourself. Yeah. Right? Like, wah, 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 wah. Yeah. And then breaking out and being like, hey, wait, did I just use way too many acronyms? Yeah. Did I just say DTI and LTV way too many times? Yeah. Okay. Have I lost you?
No, it's true.
Let's reset. Yeah. Because it's expensive. You got to know this. Yes. You know? And I also I don't think we should be doing a lot of talking.
What do you mean?
If they ask a question, should be doing a lot of listening. Like, how can we help them? You know? And I think they also come to, a lot of people that I'm speaking with today, they've got Google. We all have Google.
I've talked to a lot of agents, and when I first started out, I remember, I think I was telling you a story a little bit. When I first started out, and I was like maybe a year into being a real estate agent, I was speaking to other agents, and they would rattle off, they would just speak to me in jargon, and I did not know the jargon at that time. And now I do know, so I am aware that when I do speak to a client, and it's also because I have an educational background, not to toot my own horn, but in the sense, like, you have to, the way how people learn differently, you have to learn through visually, you have to learn through auditory, you have to learn through tactile. So people learn differently. So I usually use that. So one thing I do is I repeat, and I repeat in different ways. So I'll use the expert, the jargon, and then I put it in basic terms. So I say it both ways, so then they could truly understand what I'm saying. And also I give people like a handout. So after I'm explaining it to you, I go, here's a handout. And so then they have that tactile feel. They can see it. Maybe it's a graph. Maybe it's something that they can
read it.
They can read it when they go home.
Show it to a friend.
And then I always preface this by saying, listen, I speak fast. So if you, that's what I say. I say, I speak fast. So if you, anything I told you today, you don't understand, even after I give them the folder, I explain it to them, call me anytime. So I give them that, like, that feeling that they can call me so they don't feel like they're asking a dumb question.
They're still going to, though.
Right.
I honestly, I worked with this young man, okay, and his wife, and they started a lot of their texts with like, "Hey, sorry for the dumb question here," and it's
not a dumb question. It's not a dumb question.
It's not. Take it from two people here. Yeah. Ask the question.
Yep.
Because if you go the day or the month and you just didn't ask, and it turns out to be something you wanted to know, you could get bitter over it. We don't want you to be bitter. I don't want you to be bitter. I want you to know everything, good, bad, or indifferent. You know, it's your home.
And I want to self-correct. So if I'm doing something incorrect, if I gave you a presentation and you didn't understand something that I said, that makes me learn. And the next presentation I give, I'm going to make sure I highlight that, or I spin it in a certain way so the next person could truly understand what I'm saying. And I'm so pro learning that, like I always say, you have to self-correct, you have to analyze. And that's why you want a review at the end. Because usually we ask for a review.
Feedback.
I want feedback. I need to know what I'm doing. I always want 5 stars.
Well, here's the thing. Along that point, we want a 5-star review. I think what I would ask for most, like what the biggest blessing is working with friends, family, and coworkers.
Okay.
So if you were confused by something with me, however you liked the service, got the house, and you recommend this to somebody else, you were confused by something, tell us that. So that way your niece, your nephew, your neighbor, your longtime friend, your brother is not confused by the same thing.
Yeah.
That way we only get better for everybody else that we help you serve too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I 100%
very much
agree.
that.
Yeah. So, I mean, just, like really no question.
Can you handle that feedback?
What?
Sharon, I found your presentation slightly confusing about the buyer's agency agreement. I'm saying something, right? Can you take that feedback?
Yeah, I can. But you know what? No one's going to say that. They're not going to tell us that. They're going to tell someone else that.
Yeah.
No one's going to say that. And that's, because that's our society.
We need them to.
But they're not going to say that. But I'll ask them. I'm going to make sure that they understand what's going on. And that's why I say it in multiple ways. I say it in the professional way. I say it in the authoritarian way, so you know that I'm the authority, the expert in the field. And then I'll say it in a basic way. Yeah, I am the authority and then I also say it in a basic way so they can understand. Like, we're talking about you're spending the most money that you're ever going to spend on a one purchase, most people in their life. So I'm going to make sure that I explain to, even I'm selling this client, the house I'm selling, and I spoke to the agent because I spoke to the client. I call her once a week on Sunday or Monday, and I just letting her know the updating the house.
Yeah. And
she said, I was going to call you, but I was afraid to call you. And I said, why? And she goes, because my son said I shouldn't bother you. And I was like, no. Bother me.
You're not a bother.
I said, you're not a bother.
You've retained our services.
You're my client. Call me whenever you want. Text me. Send me an email. Send me a smoke signal. Whatever you want to do, call me. Because I was like, I will reach out to you. So, no questions are dumb. Call us, and if we can't, we will get back to you.
I guess, you know what? If you've ever felt like, if you've had a conversation and you're just seeing this for whatever reason, and you've glazed over, go back and ask that question.
Ask the question.
Go back. It might not be us. It might be somebody else. I'm telling you, as two professionals, and probably your agent or your loan officer would love to tell you, ask, bother us, give us a call. You should know. You have every right to know.
But I'm in tune with it more so. I could look and see if someone is just starting to like glaze over, and then I'll just dial it back a little bit and say, okay.
Oh yeah, when we converse, you're just like, hey, still there?
Yeah, I do all the time. And I do, and again,
double checking on
I always do multiple ways of learning. I always make sure I give you that sheet. I will explain it to you. I'll make a graph. I'll do a line graph, a pie graph, what kind of graph, just to make sure you understand what we're saying, because I want to make sure that when I leave, you know how to price, what my pricing strategy is, what my marketing strategy is. Like, I make sure that initial presentation is so clear, and then I leave you a packet so you can, and then I say, I'm not reading, I'm paraphrasing. I'm very clear when I speak to clients, because this is a lot of information we're giving them. And again, our language, it's another language, because it's another jargon. It's another language.
It is.
That, so yes, not knowing contingencies and PMIs and escrow and HELOC and all of those words that we throw at you.
Margins, index, underwriting,
APR, all of that stuff. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
So,
and you only deal with it for 30, 45, 60 days at a time.
And that's
of
it. Your life. And then you're never going to see it again.
So please ask.
Because even I'll ask people, like, what's the rate on their house? What's current? And they don't know. Like, some people just don't know that. So and that's not a bad thing. That's just that's not important to you. But that's just our language, because we are around that. So it's not a bad thing not to know. I think that's also too. If you don't know, it's okay.
Another thing I encourage people to, like, not just when you're sitting there talking about the transaction, afterwards, I keep the door open and be like, hey, you're going to get a ton of mail.
Yeah.
You're going to get so many solicitations for things. If it doesn't have my name on it, or doesn't come from me, I don't care what time of day it is. Send me a picture, send me an email, send me anything. Is this legit?
Definitely.
I can help you save time with scams and all that stuff, man.
Definitely. Just always reach out to. And I even this Christmas, I sent, like, all my clients, I sent them gifts. I know my clients, they got a gift from me.
Love.
I did. I sent them all a gift. So I reach out to them. I have a newsletter I send out to my clients. So I'm still in communication with my clients, not just sending them a bunch of email like some people, but I send, like, like gifts and
we got to get that drone, man, because it's so hot here. So hot.
Just saying.
Emails are from the heart.
Yeah. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. Anyway, so that's our question. I think we answered it. I think that was pretty clear.
That was great.
Yeah, that was pretty good. All right, last sip. We're at last sip now. I'm done. I drank my coffee. See, no more was. Only a little bit left.
Yeah.
This was I highly recommend this place. This is definitely, like I said, a 5-cupper.
Again, so we're Middle Ocean County? Middle Ocean?
Yeah, middle.
35 minutes to get here.
Yeah, not bad.
Come on, guys.
And it's definitely, I always say, a staycation. Like, the Victorian homes, they look like gingerbread houses, guys. It's beautiful. It's aesthetically pleasing, and the neighborhood is nice. We found parking. I mean, let me tell you.
Hold on. It's the winter.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Come up here in the winter. If you come up here in the summer, in the summer, you're
circling.
You're circling and circling and circling. Yeah.
You're waiting. You're getting upset. You're like, come on, lady.
Someone has to leave. Yeah. Someone has to leave. There were so many spots. So come here, check. And if you want to walk to the boardwalk, which is down the block, you can walk to and you could just see the beautiful.
You know how many times we've done that?
Yeah.
When we went to Ocean Soul, you were like, what's that?
Yeah, what's that here?
The ocean.
Yeah, I was like, there's the ocean? This is so not where I'm from.
She's walking with this iPad.
I'm like,
where's the ocean?
I'm such a tourist. I'm walking with my big iPad. But it's okay, guys. I'm going to walk with my iPad for you. For you guys.
That's what she does.
Yeah. That's it? 5 cups, that's it? We're done?
100%.
Okay. All right, guys. Bye.